in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm trying to fix these cams up a little bit here before we do the thing. Gotta even them up. There we go. That's just about the same size of person. Okay. Are we gonna host the top 8s all in one day, Vandy? That I would love to do that, but it's up to the players' availability. And I would love it if it was all in one day on Sunday. It's perfect. We already got one set up for noon. We can just do the next one after. Oh my God. Well, that left side for Fractal is a mess. Before we even start introducing players, let's see what happens here with these two boards as they both actually get pretty high. All right, Fractal's going to uncover. And a long bar gets over Tetris for Fractal. Knight has already got one. And all right, they've brought their boards back down. Everything's safe again. 58,000 Fractal, 52, now 75 for Knight. On the left side, it is two-time Mega Masters champion and one-time CTWC champion. Seed number 5 in this tournament took out Eyeball in the previous round. 9-time CTM Masters event winner, the first player ever to get the glitched colors on NES Tetris. Also your reigning CTWC North American Dash champion. It is Fractal. 122 here for Knight, 95,000 for Fractal. Knight on the right side qualified in with a 1.44 million, defeated Guafi in the previous round. Knight is a known Canadian and known to consort with Canadians. It's an overall PB of 3.49 million. It's good for approximately 23rd on the overall list. Ranked number 13 in the most recent Premier poll, a former Future Circuit winner, 10th, and last year's CTWC Jonas Cup. Also played in the gold bracket in 2021 and 2022. Third in the Genesis DAS tournament that took place this year out in California. This is a top 16 match, and we have 9 players left in the tournament. After this match, we will have 8 players left in the tournament. And that will give us our top 8. I mean, it's all happened actually very fast. I know, it's the 24th, so it's very much near the end of the month. But it seems like, it really seemed like it's gone by very quickly, more or less smoothly. So thanks to our schedulers and players for all that they are doing to get these matches done. 293 for Knight, 271 for Fractal. Jay in the window, 9 bits, thank you very much. So yeah, the other top 8 has already been scheduled. That is on Sunday at noon Central Time, 1700 UTC. That one will have Huffaluffagus, Neko, Dangler, and Sidnev. Tetris is down for both these players, 391 Fractal. There's another one down for Knight, 458. They're one line apart, about 67,000 points apart. It's about 3 Tetrises lead for Knight right now. Tetris on 18 worth 22,800. Okay, we're 12 lines away from 19. The speed is going to increase by 50%. Right now, pieces are dropping one row every 3 frames. Soon it's going to be one row every 2 frames. Tetris for Fractal 486 through 128. And Knight's board starting to complicate really just at the wrong time. Now, level 19, not the most challenging level anymore for top level players, but still it can present challenges with a high or awkward board. The Knight trying to bring this down some sort of reasonable level here before 19, and she's going to do that. She's got a 508. This is a workable board. 540 for Fractal, who is now in the lead. So a costly sequence there for Knight. Jay in the window with the 19 bits. I guess the level 19 mention warrants 19 bits, and thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. All right, Tetris for Knight, 546, 622 for Fractal. Okay, long bar over Knight, 626. Fractal going to set up long bar column 9, get another one for a Tetris, 704. All right, the lines are tied right now, and it's about a 49,000 point lead for Fractal. All right, Tetris Knight 743, 792 Fractal, level 24, one line apart. Tetris Fractal, a skimming of Tetris there for Knight. Fractal gonna miss with that that S piece on the left side. That's gonna cause a little bit of a mini slowdown. See how efficiently he can get out of it. Knight with a Tetris 838. Okay, Fractal now set up again. And a Tetris for Fractal. Another skimming of Tetris there for Knight. They're 2 lines apart. Fractal up by 20,000 points. So that little bit of a mini dig from that misdrop did cost Fractal some of the lead. And that is what NES Tetris is. It's a game of perfection, really. And in its competitive form, you know, just one little slowdown in a close game and give your opponent the lead back. Fractal with the max out. He's got over 1 million points. Knight's got it, level 28. There's a Tetris Fractal A93. We're about to transition into level 29 at 230 lines, and the speed is going to double. That's going to be one row every 1 frame. B07 for Fractal, that's 1.1 million. The B means 1 million. The A means 1 million. That goes up 100,000. The letters go up. All right, Fractal trying to bring this down. This is a very tough level. This level was basically unplayable until about, you know, oh no, Knight in a spot of bother here. See what she can do to bring this down. The answer is nothing. That is going to be a top out for Knight at B04. And Fractal is good in game number 1. This level was virtually unplayable until about 2002. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, Vance with the toast emote. It's not toast time, Vance. I mean, I guess in some sense it's always toast time. By the way, toast, like, low-key a banger food, isn't it? I mean, like, literally just a piece of bread cooked with butter on it, and it's like one of the most delicious foods. What the heck? 48,000 for Fractal, 47,000 for Knight as we begin game number 2. This is a best of 5. So the first player with 3 next to their name, they are the winner of the match. These two have met up a few times in classic Tetris history. They have never met up in the CTM cinematic universe. This is their first time meeting up in CTM. They did meet up in a heck of a match in DAS in the Jonas Cup last year in Portland. That was in the top, that was round 3. That was a top 16 match, right? That was a decider in a DAS match. They also met up in another, they met up 3 times in DAS and only 1 time in not DAS. 106 for Knight, 86,000 for Fractal. This seems to be a droughty seed right now. Both players you can see up near the top of their board, kind of a lack of bars, or at least poorly timed bars. And Knight has brought her stack down. Fractal seeing if there's a long bar somewhere, looking for a well-timed one with an unblocked well. And yeah, I guess Fractal was doing some training with the drought hack. Oh, and he blocks the well just in time for one of these rare bars to come down. And incredulity reigns here for Fractal. And finally, a long bar down with an open well. Fractal 131, 188 for Knight. So they've met up 3 times in DAS matches and only 1 time in open playstyle tournament. In the DAS matches, Fractal 2-1. In the open playstyle, Knight won that one. That was this year at the Genesis X2 event in California. 257 for Knight, 182 for Fractal. Fractal opened for a Tetris, 1 row off the bottom, column 8, long bar in Tetris for Fractal. He ruins his line spin setup there in order to bring the stack back down. Imagine. All right, we have chatters who are here. 212 for Fractal, 326 for Knight. St. Nicholas is here. Earl Tan, DJ Mr. Burrow, Intramorph, Tom J, No Injustice, Whoops, Alevis, Caitlin Bernal, Asplin Chen, Josh, one of the 2 Joshes in YouTube chat. Thank you for hanging out. Ravioli is here. All the stars are here. Okay, Knight with that T-piece to the right side. That is going to complicate things on her board a little bit. And now this is going to be very difficult to survive. That's going to be a top out for Knight at 336. The chase down target, yeah, it's 335. The chase down target for Fractal is 336. So Tetris is here worth 22,800. So right now, after that Tetris, he's less than 2 Tetrises away. Tetris Fractal. Now he's 11,000 points away. Tetris triple there worth about, what, 6,000? So he could do it with basically another triple. Or more. And he's set up for the more. The long bar goes in and he gets it. Fractal takes game number 2 very quickly in this top 16. If only you got the triple, indeed. 3-2-1 Tetris. Twitch chatters, Vent in the Sky, Hana is here, Katsugiri, Nelstris, Jazzy Josh, welcome Sonic, Boopy Pants, Ace Hardcastle. This is the time where I read out people's names, so if you want your name to be said, you know, you should chat. Random stuff of me, K Taco is here, all the stars are here, Andrew Meep. Goes without saying that Fractal and Knight are here. Vance Doodle, Chen Amit, Pines Cutely. I just learned the etymology of that screen name. That's interesting. SLS is here. C Crex, Rogue Potato, welcome. All right, Knight, kind of a dependent board in the middle. Trying to get it burned down. All the stars are here. Then Squirrely, Zoop Zoop, Pseudo Canard, Parabex. Serial number. Did I say RXS already? Probably. Gaming with Nino, Thin Raft. Everybody is up in this right now. Oh my goodness. Guardian PM. Wait, you still exist? What the heck? Guardian, you're still around? My God. Tetris for Knight, one row off the bottom. 215 for her, 234 for Fractal. Bobbert Jones says, first time watching in a while. Welcome, Bobbert Jones. So Fractal right now, 40,000 points ahead. Tetris for Knight, though. Mila is here. Mari. You like when I read all the names? Because it's just a fun thing to do, and it's a way to fill time on 18. It's pretty good. See? You make people feel seen, and you have words you can say on 18. Win-win. Fractal, not win-win with that Spire right now. Okay, he gets a log bar over. That's going to bring this down. He's going to build around it. Got a little bit of a snarl over there in column 7 and 8. He's getting it dug out. He is dug out. Now just looking to get set up again. You all feel seen. M149, ready for tomorrow? Oh, I got to play against M149 in the community tournament. What is that, like noon my time? Somewhere around then. I'll have to look it up again. I want to win. I'm in tier 6, you know. I smurfed my way down to tier 6. I've got a chance now. 401 Fractal, Tetris for Knight, 346. Alfred von Wigglebottom is here. Okay, Fractal gonna cover the well to try to shore up the middle of this board. He's gonna uncover. Tetris down for Knight, 373. There's one Fractal, 428. One line apart. Okay, this concerning little Spire there for Knight, no problem. Gets a long bar in for a Tetris. And another one. We're going to avoid trying to put extra weight on that hole there. But kind of unavoidable now. You're going to start building for a dirty Tetris, one row off. 422 for Knight, 478 for Fractal. Just about the same line count. Vizamp is here. I don't know what Vizamp is saying, but Vizamp is here, so that is, at least that's a start. All right, Knight still working one row off the bottom. 475, 528 for Fractal. Okay, Alicia J, now a member on YouTube. Thank you, Alicia J in the window with the 316.32 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you, J in the window. I don't know the significance of that number. It must mean something, knowing you, but thank you so much, Jay in the window. Very generous. 602 here for Fractal on 19. Just skimming a Tetris there for Knight, 575, and another one. Jay in the window, that is very, very generous. It takes us up to $14,816.32 in the prize pool. Maybe somebody knows the significance of that. Someone's saying Skibbity Tetris again. I have no idea what you're talking about. I never have said Skibbity Tetris, ever. All right, Tetris for Fractal. 667. All right, Knight with the little tuck setup. Tetris for Knight, 666, and another one, 695. So Knight in the score lead, but ahead by 12 lines. Fractal going to work on this gap in the middle of the board. Longbar gets over Tetris Fractal. There's a triple now, 710. So Fractal back by about 40,000 points. Lines are 2 apart. Tetris Knight. There's one Fractal, 747, level 24. Tetris Knight, 826. All right, Fractal uncovers well, gets a Tetris, 818. Tetris Fractal, 853. Okay, there's a nice Tetris for Knight. She's going to drill back down to the bottom of the board here, no longer working one row off the bottom. Tetris Fractal, 920. Knight looking for an L piece, but going to have to block that L-shaped hole and attack it some other way. Longboard goes down for a triple. The Knight is going to need to bring this stack back down, just 7 lines away from 29, where the speed is going to double. Tetris Fractal, 992. He is back in the lead. Okay, Knight gets a long bar in the middle into 29 at about 955. Fractal has got the max out. Long bar in Tetris Fractal, A66. And Knight is set up, long bar over Tetris Knight, max out, level 30. A80 for Fractal. Long bar over, but that J's to the left are a problem for Fractal. Now he needs to get something over, he does. He gets another one over. B22 for him. So insane survival from Fractal. And he's brought back all the way back down to the bottom of the board. He is surviving. He's up over 100,000 points. He's got a few lines in hand as well. Okay, there's a triple for Knight. Skimming away. And long bar over Tetris Knight. A89. Back by 65,000 points. Oh, B33 Knight. This is level 34. Tetris is here worth 42,000. So they're separated by like half a Tetris. There's a Tetris Knight, B86, into the lead, but also ahead in lines by about 9. So Fractal's got lines ahead, and Knight is just going ham right now on this board. Fractal having difficulty getting stuff to the left, and this could be a real problem for Fractal, and that is see if he can eke anything out. And no, that's going to be a top out for Fractal. And Knight, the aggression pays off. Knight will take game number 3 and extend this match. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm a Wawa fan. Wawa clean. It's good. You know, they got some good ready to, you know, they got some good sandwiches there. There's a handful of extremely good, you know, truck stop kind of rest stop areas. Wawa, Sheets. Of course, nobody tops Buc-ee's. Very clean, very good. You know, if I have to stop at a Love's or a Flying J, like, oh man, dirty, just nasty, dirty. Now I can buy a CB radio, but I don't want to touch anything. Lee is here. Welcome, Lee. Okay, Fractal's board is a bit of an adventure here early on. I mean, yeah, you can take a shower at a Flying J or a Love's, but do you want to? I don't. 81,000 Fractal, 137 for Knight. $183 for Knight, 126 for Fractal. Best gas station convenience store is Stewart's, and I don't care if I'm wrong. Stewart's. Isn't that like a grocery store in like New York State? They have like animatronics in there. 282 for Knight, 200 for Fractal. All right, Tetris Fractal 242. Like, yeah, if there's a grocery store with animatronics in it, I mean, that, what else do you need? I swear it had animatronics. Am I wrong? All right, Knight on fire right now. Another Tetris 354, 375. Tetris or Fractal 261. Oh, it's a big gas station chain. I thought I was in Westchester for like Westchester County for a little bit, and there was a Stewart's that was like a kind of like a natural grocery store. Not quite a Whole Foods, but all right. So I mean, there can be different things called Stewart's, I guess. 427 for Knight, 331 for Fractal. Yeah, there needs to be a Chuck E. Cheese grocery store with like a animatronic band and a salad bar. Skee ball. The greatest grocery store. 451 for Knight, 400 for Fractal. Are you thinking of Showbiz Pizza? Well, that's what it's called in Canada, right? Oh man, animatronics and AI is just, that's like creepy times 3. Okay, Tetris Knight, Fractal, skimming to get ready. Long bar in, Fractal 471. He's back by about 54,000. Misdrop of the T might slow him down a little bit. We'll see. I'm gonna try to take care of it in one move, but ends up putting additional weight on that right side. Oh, you want an AI animatronic of me? All right, Knight, 8 lines to go until 19, and is S-spiring right on top of the well. So this could be tricky. You're gonna do what you can to try to knock this down. Might even get the well uncovered, and does before 19. That's the reblock, but it's still low. This should be okay. Longbar gets over Tetris Knight. All right, so no emergency alert on Knight's board after that, although you're like, oh no, that does not look good, but everything's fine. 585 Knight on 20, 569 for Fractal on 19. So we are close. Oh, Fractal with that J, that is a mess. That is an absolute mess. Fractal now fighting to survive, and that is not survivable, and Fractal's gonna top out at 572. And Knight was ahead, and we are going to a decider. That is a bona fide true decider. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I mean, what did these kids deserve to have this pressure put on them? You know, it's supposed to be a game. Gambit Zemmer with the 53-37 into the prize pool. Thank you, Gambit. $14,869.69. The forces of darkness are back out, and they're contributing to the prize pool to make it funny numbers. Thank you, Gambit. Really appreciate the support. All right, Knight gets the tuck of the T. The winner of this game will face Blue Scooty in the top 8. And that is a player who is having a pretty amazing last 12 months, right? 93,000 for Knight, 93,000 Fractal. Fractal is our 2-time Mega Masters Championship. Looking to have another shot at it. So after this match, we will have 8 players left, 4 matches. Each of those matches features each of the 3 matches that currently exist features an American against a non-American. So if Knight can win this one, he'll make it 4 matches in the top 8. With a U.S. American against a non-U.S. American. 202 for Fractal. 183 for Knight. That's right, Thinraf. A non-U.S. American. U.S. American is a little bit of a meme we do. Or I do anyway. All right, so Fractal with a little bit of alarm here. That T is going to help out a lot. Now he's just going to go and try to dig out of this. He's just 1 piece away. He gets that piece. He uncovers, gets a long bar over. Crisis averted for Fractal. U.S. Americans. You don't remember that? The lady at the beauty pageant who gave the funny answer? She said U.S. Americans. Some people don't have maps. Da-da-da. Anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's what, guys. The guide to Vandy memes is, if I say U.S. Americans, that's what I'm referring to. Just so you know. 344 for Knight, 330 for Fractal. It's a historic. It's a historic meme at this point. I know. Imagine bringing up history. You know, those who do not understand history are doomed to repeat it. Tetris for Knight, 354 Fractal, 391 Knight. I mean, in some sense, right? Everybody in like North and South America are like our Americans, right? No? All right. $422 Fractal, $439 for Knight. Such as, like, CJ in the window knows the memes. I definitely watch that. I go back to it a couple times a year just to relive it. 485 for Knight, 470 for Fractal. Knight gets a Tetris. Okay, so Knight, I think, dassing here on 18 throughout this match, except when things get a little rough toward the top of the board. And now she's setting up for that roll switch as we approach level 19. 554 for Knight, 539 for Fractal. Okay, a little overhang for Knight. Very cute. And effective as the long bar comes in. 600 transition for Knight. 586 into 19 for Fractal. We are very, very close in lines and score. The lines are tied right now. 17,000 points ahead for Knight. Tetris is on 19. We're 24,000. They go up 1,200 points. Every level increase. Thanks for the follow, Doge. Okay, long bar over to the right side for Fractal. He's trying to bring this down. All right, Knight with a few tucks here, waiting out this bar. Long bar gets over Tetris Knight. And another one, another Tetris. 761 Knight, 655 for Fractal. He gets a dirty Tetris column 4. There's like 3 or 4 rows off the bottom. Now he's got a good stack here. Another long bar gets over Tetris. Well, a little bit kind of a funny formation there. Not very accommodating for a square, but he's going to fill it in. The various pieces that come down. And he gets Tetris ready again. 746. 818 for Knight. I'm going to go back and watch that stack on that one. I've never seen a stack look exactly like that before. All right, 785 Fractal. Knight uncovers a well. Long bar over Tetris. 891. Still over 100,000 point lead for Knight. Classic Tetris League with the raid. Party of 15. Good time for it. We're in a decider between Fractal and Knight. The winner of this game goes to the top 8 of Mega Masters. Okay, nice triple for Fractal. Just trying to uncover that right side, expose that Tetris well. He's falling a little bit further behind. Has to take a triple. And just cannot seem to get a bar, well-timed or otherwise. Their one is for Fractal, 846. 941 Knight. Tetris Knight, 975. Fractal, Tetris, 881. Fractal uncovers. Knight's board kind of spiry here. This is going to be really tough. She's got the max out at A09. There is a triple for Fractal. The top out for Knight was at A09. The target for Fractal is A10. He's into level 29. He's 60,000 points away. Tetrises on 29 are worth 36,000 points. This is all up to Fractal now. $970. The target is A10. Okay, Fractal gonna miss with that L piece. So he opens that back up. $9,000 points away. He's got a low board. He's in pure singling mode right now. There's a double, and that is going to do it. Fractal is going to take this decider in a very tense Chasedown. Oh my word. What a game from Knight. What a game from Fractal. I mean, these two players, this match could have gone on all night and it would swing back and forth, but it is a best of 5. Knight did amazing. Fractal did amazing. You could see the tension on the faces of both players. And I was feeling tense, I gotta be honest. I mean, that is just an utterly tense situation to go from that top 16 to that top 8. And it's all in your hands on 29 Chasedown. It is not a given. It is not trivial. And Fractal will survive, get that Chasedown, and he is in to the top 8. Big round of applause, definitely, for Knight, who played like a champion in that one. I mean, Fractal is our 2 times Mega Masters champion, and Knight took him all the way to the brink, topped out with a lead, and put the pressure onto Fractal to have to chase her down. Now, of course, Fractal, champion, experienced, was able to do it. But Knight did a lot right there. And yeah, definitely huge kudos, huge congrats to Knight for her run in this tournament. Fractal, let me give you your 3 because you are moving on. There's really no way to know how it's going to go. Of course, you know, you look at the top half. Dog, 2-time CTWC champion, Fractal, a CTWC champion. Everybody in the top has won at least one Masters event. Dog has won 9, Fractal won 9, Scooty won 7. There's a lot of Masters event up top. On the bottom, very interesting. Neko, Huff, and Dangler have never won. They've made deep runs. Sidnev has won 1. So really, really interesting bottom half versus the top half. I mean, this is really just insane. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.